Okay, well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our second to last Crusader Coffee series that we've been hosting over the past couple of weeks. Tonight, it's my honor to introduce for our coffee series the president of Burton Catholic, Dr. Brian Mahoney, who's going to talk a little bit about Burton Catholic as a whole and kind of the future of Burton Catholic. And you have the opportunity to ask him any questions about where we're going as a community. We're so honored to be able to have the president of our school take some time to talk to all of you today. You've had an opportunity to talk to a couple of different offices throughout the last couple of weeks. So it's now my honor to turn this over to Dr. Brian Mahoney.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Matt, for that warm welcome. It's nice to be here tonight. I hope everyone is doing well and can hear me okay. These Crusader Coffee series, we usually do in person. And I'm sorry to say that we're not able to meet tonight and discuss this tonight. But we are able to talk to you in person over the internet tonight about Burton Catholic and the difference that Burton Catholic presents to other schools. So again, I thank you for taking the time to be here tonight. I want to begin by talking to you about Burton Catholic. The mission of our school, founded in 1955 by the Edmund Rice Christian Brothers, a group of brothers that were from the Blessed Edmund Rice congregation who are still with us today and help guide us with their mission and spirit, and also advise us on certain issues near and far. So we're very blessed to have them be part of our school community. We also believe in the essential elements of an Edmund Rice Christian Brother education. It's planted throughout our school. We teach it in our classroom, and we really have that as the core of what we do and where we go from there, both academically, athletically, and of course, spiritually. I have to also tell you, though, something that we're very proud of about Burton Catholic is that Burton Catholic prides itself in helping young boys become men, but also help them become Christian gentlemen. So we believe wholeheartedly in manners and etiquette, greeting students with handshakes, helping them understand how to treat a woman, how to survive and thrive in today's diverse communities and societies, and how to stand up against unrest and things that have been plaguing our country for way too long. So we teach that, and we teach that through our core beliefs and the essential elements of an Edmund Rice Christian Brothers education. But tonight is also about you and the opportunity for you to ask some questions about Burton Catholic. It can be anything from academics to our community service outreach programs, our mission service outreach programs, and of course it could also be directed to the sports programs that we have at the school. Most importantly, though, we pride ourselves in helping these young men become Christian gentlemen, and it happens in so many ways, shapes, and forms. So we're very proud of where we are today, and I thought I would start there. So Burton Catholic is a diverse learning community, Catholic community, of 670 students in grades 9 through 12. Our students come from all over New Jersey and also parts of New York. And being a school that provides this opportunity for students to arrive early and then, of course, stay later in the evening, we really get to know who they are. You may hear a term a lot thrown around by other schools, and that term is brotherhood. We really believe at Bergen Catholic that our brotherhood goes unmatched. And our brotherhood reaches out to current Crusaders and Crusaders that are in the college schools right now, and help them become well-versed in their field of study, and then help them take on internship opportunities and career development opportunities that allows them to become leaders in multiple different industries throughout our country. So we're very proud of that. The other thing we're very proud of is our motto, which is lead on. And we believe that Burton Catholic is well positioned to help young men lead in a challenging and changing world. I'm going to also brag for a minute because today was our last day of school. Received many, many emails from parents and students just thanking them about our approach to distance learning and how we were able to offer a very structured day from March 13th all the way through until today. And that was a real connection with the student and teacher that didn't stop. But I also want to tell you about our teachers, because today at our faculty meeting, our principal, Mr. McElhenney, said, we have great technology, we have great students, but what really made this work was our teachers. And our teachers have been celebrating 20, 25, 30 years of service to Burton Catholic. And that commitment truly goes unmatched. And I'm very proud of who they are and what they offer to the school. Now, I have to tell you that I've been speaking with our Parents Association, And our Parents Association is made up of a group of hardworking women who have devoted a lot of their time and a lot of their talents to making Bergen Catholic a warm, welcoming, and inviting community. So these women asked me to pass along a couple of messages to you. First of all, at Burton Catholic, we really want this to be a home, a family school, family values. We try to emulate family values that you have, and certainly the values that we have at the school, which we think would be a good match. At the same time, what we try to do is make sure that we do more friend raising. So what does that mean? And that's kind of a cliche that's out there today. We have a host of events throughout the year where parents get together and meet other parents without asking for any donations, without any hidden agendas, just to simply have a good time with each other and get to know each other. And that helps the young men at our school foster friendships. A lot of the students that come to Burton Catholic are leaving their home schools and they're leaving their friends from home. And we know that. And we have a very extensive program both during the school day and after school to connect and reconnect them. And then we do the same thing with our parents. And we want our parents to be part of our school community and provide us with feedback, updates, and communicate with us just as much as we do with them. So I'm very proud of our Parents Association and what they offer. I also want to talk about our coaches for a second, because we talk about our teachers and our staff members and our Parents Association. At the same time, I want to tell you about our coaches. Our coaches also have years of commitment to Bergen Catholic High School. They are a branch of what our core values are at Bergen Catholic. So when we talk about becoming a Christian gentleman, we expect the same to happen on our football fields, lacrosse fields, basketball courts, wrestling mats, and any other sport that we offer at the school. Our coaches are held to the highest standard. And what we expect of them is to help be a branch of what we're teaching during the school day and reinforce our mission and values that we have at the school. Now, I will tell you that there's a lot of other competition out there, a lot of other good schools that are out there too. And as you're searching for schools that are the right fit for your son, you want to look for a couple of key things to help you and guide you in this. The first thing for me is academics and the academic standards and the high rigor that we offer at Burton Catholic. So we offer 18 AP classes at the school, and we also offer 14 dual enrollment courses. The dual enrollment courses are courses that students can take while they're in high school and receive additional college credit outside of the AP. We do that through partnerships with different universities. Iona College, Seton Hall, and the University of Delaware, just to name a few. And we offer that because we want our students to be able to get themselves into the school that's the right fit for them, college and university. But while they're there, we want to make sure that they are well-versed and they are prepared and ready to excel at those schools. And by taking some of these courses, it gives them a leg up, and we're proud to offer that. The other thing I'm very proud of at Burton Catholic from an academic standpoint is our STEM program. Our STEM program focuses on science and technology, engineering, and mathematics. And we incorporate that and weave it into our curriculum in many different ways, shapes, and forms. Our teachers collaborate together and understand the best way to do that. And we have a robust program in robotics and different pathways people can take or students can take in engineering, as well as also science and mathematics. And then we also offer different pathways you can take in the business world and entrepreneurialism and school and classes like that. So we're very proud of that. Also in academics, we're very proud of what we offer with our writing program in helping young men develop their writing skills and become better writers and stronger writers. Finally, in the academic program is our Student Success Center. Now, our Student Success Center is a welcome mat and an open door to anyone who needs help as they're coming into Bergen Catholic. This could be the student who gets straight A's and needs help getting organized before a final exam, or this can be a student that needs help every step of the way through an IEP or 504. And what we do with the IEPs and the 504 plans is we use them as a roadmap to how do we unlock learning and the potential of each and every student at Bergen Catholic. And we're proud of that, and we look forward to helping those students find success in their different academic areas. Next up that I want to talk to you about is our Crusader College Counseling Experience. It might sound like a mouthful, the Crusader College Counseling Experience, but this is something that we started 2 years ago. Most schools only have a guidance program at their school. The problem with that is that when you have just a guidance program, you have your guidance counselors that are dealing with social and emotional well-being of each and every student in their caseload, and don't have enough time to devote to the college placement process. At Bergen Catholic, we divided that, and we staffed that program successfully and efficiently, where we have Crusader college counselors working on our Crusader college counseling experience, and then we also have guidance counselors that are focused solely on the social and emotional well-being. What has it done for us? It has really lifted the hood and allowed these young men to reach their potential in college placement. So it begins in grade 9 by choosing the right classes and getting the right pathways for taking some of the higher level classes, whether those classes are AP classes, honor level classes, dual enrollment classes. So when students apply to colleges and universities, their resumes stand out. We also help them understand how to become better writers, and we also help them understand how to become better learners through this process. We partner with the families because no one should be in this alone, and we make sure the families understand the college counseling process every step of the way. As they say, the results are the results are in the pudding, so to speak. And when we look at that is we say to ourselves, okay, so what do we offer? Well, we offer our students getting into tier 1 schools, top tier 1 schools, tier 2 schools, $31.5 billion merit-based scholarships. But most importantly to us, the students are going to schools that are the right fit for them. And that's what we're so proud of. Next up that I want to talk to you about is our athletic program. As I mentioned to you earlier, the athletic program is a branch of our academic program at Burton Catholic. And we expect our coaches to teach and coach in a way that is the most welcoming and open to Burton Catholic. And that is, of course, helping young men become Christian gentlemen. Our programs, which include intramural and athletic programs, provide opportunity for students to participate on a large scale and participate to the level that they're most comfortable in. What's most great about our athletic programs is the camaraderie that it brings to the school. It enhances and builds on the brotherhood, and then further enhances on becoming an alumni of Bergen Catholic, and allows these young men to really see what it's like to be part of Bergen Catholic, not just for 4 years, but for the rest of their lives, which is truly fantastic. Next, and before we turn it over to all of you for any questions that you may have, I want to talk to you about where Bergen Catholic is going. As some of you may know, we just recently completed an athletic project, completing the athletic field, and we're resurfacing the track around there. This summer, we're renovating a biology lab, and on the horizon includes taking our library and turning it into a learning commons, as well as renovating other labs on campus, and then creating a wellness suite on campus as well that will focus on the well-being of every student, manners and etiquette, and also helping to promote clubs and activities that help young men become gentlemen. And that's what we're about Burton Catholic High School, a family school, one that has core Catholic values that are important to many, many families. And also we emulate the family values that I believe you're looking for in a high school program. I'm going to pause there and I'm going to open the door for some questions, and I'm happy to give you some answers to those questions that you have. And I thank you for joining us tonight.
So thank you, Dr. Mahoney. We have a couple of questions that a couple of people have already sent in before. So the first question was, you talked about the field project. What are some of the other parts of that field project, if there are any, that are potentially coming in the future? And what do you see them looking like?
Sure, thank you. So the field project was completed this past spring, and we're going to continue to revitalize our lower campus. When we talk about revitalizing the lower campus, it includes perimeter fencing, it includes a new scoreboard, and new bleachers. And this will provide an opportunity for us to use this area not only as an athletic area, but also as an alumni-focused area and a parent social-focused area.
And then you also mentioned in the building, you were talking about the science labs and doing some of those, and you would also mention something about business. Are there any ideas you have in expanding that business program that would potentially have to do with certain parts of classrooms or specific programs you'll use in classrooms? Like do you have alumni that are helping with that? What are some of the things to expand the business program?
Sure. We're currently looking to partner with Bloomberg Terminals and the Bloomberg industry to bring Bloomberg Terminals into Bergen Catholic. These are terminals where we can simulate a trading floor and understand more about the value of companies and how one company becomes valued greater than another company. It will include a glimpse into the stock market, and will also include a glimpse into financial analysis of companies as well. Our alumni are partnering with us and helping us develop this room. And we're looking very forward to having this business room, if you will, on campus. Very popular at the college level. If you've seen this at the college level, you can have an idea of what that might look like. But also we're finding out that more and more today, our students, yes, are interested in the core academias, if you will, or parts of academia. However, they are looking for business, entrepreneurialism, programs that become innovative as they see these companies that are getting funded and then going public, and what that looks like and how we can best equip them to be prepared for this in the 21st century.
Another question that somebody had asked, and this kind of goes into this one as well, was, so you talk about the brotherhood within the students, and you also talk about the alumni. Is there a chance where the alumni really play a role in the present lives of the current students? What are some of the things that we do to try to implement the alumni into the everyday aspect of the students?
Sure, and thanks for that question. We're so proud of our alumni, and what they do is they give back in so many different ways. The most important thing for me about the alumni and the way they give back is their presence in the building and their presence in front of students. And so what they'll do is they'll come in and they'll launch a Career for Crusaders night, where they take current college students who recently graduated from Burton Catholic, and they help them find internships, and they help them find job shadowing opportunities, which can lead to career opportunities within their field. There's also different networking groups that they use. There's a lawyer networking group that they have. And the alumni also come back and they help teach our students different tips and tricks, if you will, or trades. So, for example, the Alumni Association is starting a program right now that teaches our current students different life skills that they will need. And whether that's anything from changing the oil in your car, to changing a tire, or to go ahead and cooking a gourmet meal. And that's what they're currently working on now. And when they interface with the students that are currently in the building, the passion and enthusiasm that they share between these two groups of people are amazing. And it really is something to see. So you can follow that on social media as that's something new that we're developing and we're putting out there, and we're proud of that.
Another question we have from Mrs. Sanders, and this is a very interesting question, and I'll definitely let you talk about this, but I would like to build on it a little bit as well. During the open house, I believe you described Bergen Catholic as a traditional education. Do teachers utilize different strategies to engage boys, given they often learn differently than girls do versus a co-ed school?
That's a great question, and thanks for asking it. And you're absolutely right. Boys and girls learn differently, and at Burton Catholic, we try to make sure that we put students on the right pathway to achieving the best results possible. How do we do that? We do that through what we call differentiating instruction. And so that is not just by note-taking, it's through many different avenues, visual learning, the auditory learning process for our students, and making sure that they're first of all, prepared, and that they're getting all the information they need, and then they know how to formulate a question and then deliver an answer based on that question. In addition to that, though, which I'm very proud of, is our use of technology at the school. So at Burton Catholic, we're a 2-to-1 technology program. So students receive a MacBook computer and an iPad. And so all of their textbooks are loaded on the iPad. And then the MacBook is used for research and word processing. And we also even take our exams and our tests and quizzes on the iPad. And we're becoming paperless, more or less. And so the students are using this program and these programs coupled with differentiating instruction to really become unique and diverse learners, a lot of different skill sets, which I think is important. And just to add one more component to this, we partnered with Duke University, and they come in each year and they help our seniors in what we call a college essay writing program. And they help kind of manage that and make sure our students are prepared to write before they get into college, which is phenomenal. The feedback that we receive from this program, though, is how well prepared our students are. We push down the writing program to 9th grade. And so we make sure when students come into 9th grade, they understand the research skills, how to research, write, rewrite, proofread. And then from that vantage point, we launch on to different other literature-based writing programs throughout the school. So although it's a traditional approach, there's a lot of 21st century learning that goes into that. So thank you for your question.
To go a little bit more into that topic, as an alum myself, I think the biggest difference in the classroom that you see in terms of how the boys are engaged is the fact that it really is a brotherhood in the classroom as much as it is outside the classroom. The boys really do look forward to coming to school every day and spending time with their best friends while learning. There really isn't a lot of competition in the classroom in terms of trying to get people's attention. It really is one cohesive group. And I think the best part about that is the teachers understand that as much as the kids do. And the teachers look to create relationships first before teaching the subject itself. And I think Mr. Mahoney kind of covers that very well in open houses when he says they teach kids first before they teach their content. They teach their content second. And I think that's the best part of that all boys atmosphere is you have this camaraderie in the classroom that really helps the students develop into learners and being comfortable in who they are without being judged by anyone. Because I think the biggest thing that people talk about with boys is they don't get emotional in groups, and they try to stay strong, and they're not vulnerable. And being in an all boys atmosphere, you have that opportunity because they're going through a lot of the same things at a lot of the same times as they mature as students.
Matt, I want to add something in there that I think is really important. What I'd like to add in there is what we do at the school that this group of parents may not know, but we post students' grades. I'm going to repeat that. We post students' grades outside the gym. And when I first arrived at Burton Catholic 2 years ago, and I saw the list of students, their first name, their last name, and how they're scoring at the school, it blew me away. I said, this isn't from the world I live in. We don't do this. We don't put these students' grades out there. And I understand that it has been going on since 1955. And it's one of the things that we talk about the alumni asking questions, and I always ask, are you still doing it? It serves, and I was amazed by this, it serves as the most driving factor in student achievement at Bergen Catholic. They see their friends and they want to see their name higher than their friends. And and I've never seen, and I'm so blessed by this, I've never seen a group of students whose parents have said to me, oh, well, we're going to give this a shot. We don't know if he's going to make it or not. He's coming from a local public school, but he did okay in, and he wants to be on that list. And it drives these students to do so well and really reach their potential. And I'm amazed by it. Now, Matt, as a graduate, Al Spiegel's on the call. He's a graduate. They can talk more to it, but I was just amazed by how this really drives academic achievement at Catholic.
Mr. Rosa, may I? That hasn't changed since 1991 when I started. There was the honor roll was up, and our teachers used to actually post our averages, depending on the class, and it was always about you want to be at the top. And when you both said about brotherhood, that's something that only gets better when you graduate, and as we go out into the workforce and into, as we get older and we meet people, like, oh, what year did you graduate? And it turns into, a 45-minute conversation about, oh, I had this brother when I was there. And there's just this strong connection to the school that doesn't go away when you graduate. It's not like, oh, I'm a senior, I graduated. It's when you're BC, you're for life. Like that just does not stop, and much as I joke, with Mr. Leonard about, he says there's no such thing as an ex-Crusader. There's really not. You don't stop being a Crusader. I graduated in 1995 and the passion is still as strong as it was from the first day I set foot in the door. So it's definitely, it's something very special that I don't think you find anyplace else.
So that's actually a very good follow-up question. So yes, to clarify, it's only the honor roll that is posted up in the building. It's not just, I'm so glad you asked that because I was going to address it, but then when Mr. Spiegel over here talked about the brotherhood, it kind of slipped my mind to bring that up. So yes, what is posted is second honor roll, first honor roll, principal's list. It's not everybody's grades. So the way that it kind of works is, and from somebody who went through it myself, if you make second honor roll, you see it, but then you see that your best friend made first honor roll. And it now pushes you to be like, oh, I have to make first honor roll next marking period. I have to make first honor roll next marking period. I have to make principals list next marking period, because you're trying to compete with everybody else. It's really fun competition, because really you're competing with yourself, but you also want to be recognized, because it's not like if I make principals list, they don't get to make principals list. You all can make principals list if you push yourself. So really, you're really just competing with yourself to get better, and you're using them as your benchmark, which is what makes that idea of competition, especially with a boys' school, so impressive in terms of how the boys work with each other. And so I'm actually going to open this up to one of our prospective parents who's in this chat right now. He private messaged me. He's an alum, and he mentioned something to me that is so true. And I'm just going to let him talk about it as somebody who's witnessed it himself, about how important the brotherhood is at Burton Catholic. So, Tom, if you could kind of go into this, what you messaged me, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, sure, Matt. I appreciate that. And just for some people who don't know me, so I am an alum of Bergen, graduated in '84. I'm a proud alumni parent. My son Joe graduated in '19, and my son Danny is most likely, if he doesn't want his brother to do physical things soon, will be going and be part of the class of 2025. And it's just this concept of brotherhood that Mr. Rose had mentioned, and it really does mean something. And if you're really looking for what it means, there's a YouTube. I think it's on the Burton Catholic YouTube channel. It's a clip of the students meeting at a part of the classrooms where two corners meet. It's called the T, and they met at the T. I think it was the day or a couple days after a senior who had battled, I think it was like a two-year battle with bone cancer, had passed away, Kyle Egan. And they met there prior to the evening of the Bergen Catholic Don Bosco football game. And it's probably about a 2 or 3 minute video. They talk, they say some prayers, they remember Kyle. And it's really just a powerful message at what what brings these kids together. And it stays with them for their life. So if you're interested in what the brotherhood can mean to your sons, find that video clip. It's worth the time to find it and look at. So that's just the comment I want to make.
Tom, thank you for that. I can actually go a little bit into that as well. I was in the tech office, which is right about by the T, at the time that happened, and there are obviously a lot of times when I'm biased. I'm an alum myself, but there are times where you get this sense of unwavering pride in being a Bergen Catholic graduate. And I can honestly say that without a doubt, over the last, this is my 7th year at Bergen Catholic being back on staff. That is by far top 3, one of the most proud moments I've had as an alum. Because you really do get to see young men that they've been in this Bergen Catholic bubble really their whole formative years, so you don't really know how much they've grasped on their experience. You want to talk about what they take from the classroom and their experience with each other, what they did that day. And what I'll do is I'll email everybody after all of the Crusader coffee series are over. We'll send a final wrap-up as we go into the summer, and I'll include some important links in there. I will include the link to that video as well, just so you really get an opportunity to see what these kids, completely student-driven. This was run by the seniors who lead our Crusader Crazies. They put this together. They planned it during the day, and they were ready to go for that entire afternoon to make sure that they honored their classmate and their brother in a way that really, as an alum, you can only be so proud of.
Yeah, and all that was a clip of that was a GoPro we clipped on the sign that's hanging in the hallway. And one of the kids was just like, "Yeah, could we record this?" Absolutely. We just kind of stuck the GoPro up there, and I'm so thankful we did it, because that still gives me goosebumps too.
Matt, I want to thank you and Al for helping to organize this call tonight. For those who don't know, I'm a father of 3. My son Brendan is 14, Patrick is 13, and we have a daughter, Cameron, who's 8. So I'm gonna just say, is there any more questions that anyone has? I'm happy to stay on the call for as long as you need me to. I just want to point out a lot of the useful information we have on our website. including our curriculum information, Crusader College counseling information, virtual learning information that we've done so well these past 10 weeks, and also contact information. And so I'm happy to respond to emails and to set up phone calls if necessary. But I just wanted to say, while the sun is still kind of out, I wouldn't mind going and spending some time with my family. So I thank everyone for being on the call tonight. I thank Tom for what he said and for the questions that came in. But anything else, please let us know. And we're here for you. And we think Burton Catholic's a great place. And that if you have any questions, just reach out to us, please. Okay?
Well, thank you, Dr. Mahoney. Tomorrow night is our final Crusader Coffee series. It's with myself and Mr. Bill Leonard. So the admissions team will kind of go over the admissions timeline for incoming students, because we'll have a bunch of incoming students on that call as well. So what to look forward to in the coming months, as well as for prospective students, what the admissions timeline is for 8th graders, for 7th graders, and answer any questions you might have about the admissions process. So that'll be our final Crusader Coffee series tomorrow night at 7 p.m. with myself and Mr. Bill Leonard. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight, and have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.